Everything don't change when I'm holding my hand. Oh, I'm trying to make you understand. You know, everybody tell me, somebody don't do the voodoo man. You know, I buzz your elevator, baby, but it's running slow. I think I'll buzz your elevator up to the third floor when I'm holding my hand. Lord, I'm trying to make you understand. You know, everybody tell me, somebody don't do the voodoo man.
Bad Religion on Widdershins Radio.
Widdershins.
Radio for your spiritual side. Twisted approach to the left-hand path. And that clown to the right of me is...
Marta?
Yes. Good answer. I'm Michael, Uncle Birch. And it's just as we were finishing up the Bad Religion song, we got this breaking news, so... We want to be the first to report it, even though I'm getting it off of ABC 7 Eyewitness News here in Los Angeles. One of our local heroes, Danny Trejo, the machete, just rescued this kid from an overturned car, man. Trejo, man, he's got good tacos and donuts.
The guy with the machete.
There's the guy with the machete, and then there's Trejo's Cantina, which we haven't been to yet, but they do have a little spot. You know, it's dog friendly. There's like a couple tables out front there, so we could hit it.
We should call them first.
Yeah.
And then I'll review it in my blog.
Yeah, we got to review Trejo, but so this just came in, Silmar, Los Angeles. 3 minutes.
I'll give him some props in this.
Yeah,
blog
absolutely.
about how cool he is.
3 minutes ago, well known for playing villains, actor Danny Trejo got the chance to play a hero on Wednesday when he helped rescue a baby trapped in an overturned car in Silmar. Yep. Trejo happened to be in the area when two cars collided Wednesday afternoon in the area of Hubbard Street and Jackman Avenue. One of the vehicles overturned on its roof, and a baby was trapped inside, strapped in a car seat. Trejo and another bystander helped rescue the child. Trejo crawled into the overturned wreckage from one side, he recalled, but he couldn't unbuckle the child's car seat from that angle. Two other bystanders, a young woman, crawled in from the other side of the overturned vehicle and was able to undo the buckle. Trejo was then able to get the baby out of the car seat and pulled safely from the wreckage. The Los Angeles Fire Department said 3 people were transported to the hospital. There were no life-threatening injuries. All right, so everybody's okay, and fucking our local hero, Trejo, is a real hero. Look at that shit. So I needed to... I didn't check our audio yet, so let's see. Let me go to Spreaker.com. There's the only way we can do it here.
Guess what?
What's that?
In 48 hours, we will be on the Creole Queen.
I know that. Well, okay. But before we talk about HexFest, we got to talk about, the week, El Paso and Dayton, mass shootings. And Gilroy too. I guess Gilroy was, since we've been here. Yeah.
And Gilroy is the one that really hits close to home too.
Yeah.
It's like everybody went to the Garlic Festival. It was kind of a big deal. It was something you did. Okay, we didn't go because
we almost did.
But
a couple times.
No, but that just like everybody went. Like you don't think that there's going to be a shooter.
Yeah.
It's just.
Who doesn't like garlic?
And that was, that's the one with the most casualties. I think 21 people died.
The Garlic Festival?
That's the one with the most. Dayton had 9.
I thought Dayton... No. I think
Paso,
Dayton was 20... I'm sorry, yeah. El Paso was 22, I think.
Right.
Yeah.
Gilroy was actually the lead.
Gilroy, the cops were like right on it. They shot him after a couple minutes or something like that. It could have been way worse.
3.
Yeah.
And then there was, the one in Dayton, they kept saying that the cops showed up in like 30 seconds, and I was like, I don't even understand how that's possible. But what happened is there were already cops on patrol like a block away, so when it started, they were right there, and that's...
It was like a nightclub bar district area.
Well, it was like just a bunch of nightclubs, like one next to the other, and I think if there weren't already cops patrolling, many more people would have been killed.
Yeah, I think that particular kid had the double barrel magazines that I've never even seen. I don't know how many rounds he was packing, but I've never seen a magazine like that. It's kind of like... Yeah, well, it's kind of like the old barrel ones from like Bonnie and Clyde days, but it's a double.
Right.
2 of those on the side of the gun. It was plastic, but still, functional. But then, so the one in El Paso, kid had a manifesto where he pretty much quoted Trump through most of the
The
manifesto.
word invasion like
Yes.
90 times.
And then Trump's people went on his Twitter and deleted all references to invaders and things of the like. But Twitter cannot die. The screenshots are forever. And apparently a lot of people had the screenshots and noticed the change in the Twitter feed. And it was called out. As of yet, the president has not responded to why he saw fit to go remove all the language that he had used that the shooter happened to quote if he didn't feel guilty or responsible somehow for that.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's not really, when he talks about the shootings, he really only talks about El Paso and Dayton. And I think that has a lot to do with the fact that California was blue in the last election, and Ohio and Texas were red. Ohio goes back and forth, but Texas is always red.
Well, that's a huge problem I've come to here. We've come to the point of taxation without representation. We do not have a president. We're a blue state. A president we have now only serves the red states and attacks the blue states. And he calls the Democrats evil, and everywhere they're at, it's evil. Anything that happens in their city, it's their fucking fault. We don't have a president. Why the fuck?
Actually,
why should we pay our taxes?
He's actively suing us right now, too.
Yes.
Because of the withholding his name on the ballot if he doesn't show his taxes idea. So he's suing.
Yeah, so he's suing us, trying to withhold our disaster funds, attacking us, and I think way back in the day, Marta did the math and told me the numbers, and what California pays the Fed is way more than the Fed ever gives California. So we're paying more into the system as a state than the system's giving us.
We're paying more than the red states pay, too.
We're paying more than the red states pay, and we're getting little or no representation, or the opposite. What is the opposite of representation?
Dissing.
We're getting dissed, y'all. And, Well, hello, Belinda, coming in late. Well, I don't know how many people knew that we were going to be on Wednesday instead of Tuesday, but we had to do some stuff last night instead of tonight. We got HexFest right on our heels. Oh, I'm so glad we did
But I got to pack for HexFest.
Yeah, we got packing done.
I like
and
to
the stuff.
pack piecemeal instead of leaving it all for 1 day or 1 hour or whatever last minute. I like to start days early and just do a little bit at a time, so that way I'm not rushed, I'm not stressed out, and I don't forget anything. And it's a very thorough packing job when I just slowly meander my way through everything.
Yeah.
That's how I do.
Because we go into New Orleans right away. 2 days, 48 hours. You said we'll be on the authentic steamboat on the Mississippi, the Creole Queen.
And there's gonna be a dinner, like a traditional. A traditional Cajun dinner and ritual, and the Dragon Ritual drummers will be entertaining, plus jazz music.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a fun time.
Absolutely. Rituals, workshops, the finest of shopping. Oh, it's going to be quite a thing. So we've been plugging it for. We've been plugging it for like a year on this show because it was on this show that one night we were talking. I believe we were talking about some Nazi-esque escapades in the witchcraft community in Salem, which caught the attention of one Christian Day, who's leads HexFest, and with his husband Brian Kane, and he ended up calling in, and we weren't set up to take calls that night, but we did it. We did it old school. I put him on my iPhone on the speaker, and we just when he was talking, I would stick the microphone up to the phone. We made it work, and on that broadcast, he just randomly asked me to come present at HexFest. And I think we said yes almost immediately. And then figured we'd figure out how to get to HexFest and how to work all that shit out later. But, yeah, it was an honor. And it'd be an honor to be asked, live on the air on Widdershins. It's like, it's history in the making, recorded in the archives forever. So I didn't know what I was going to do. Like, I could teach so many fucking things on magic. That's pretty much what I do. I don't need a lot of preparation. I don't need a lot of study ahead of time. But HexFest, what kind of a thing could I do to be volatile enough for HexFest? And being my first hoorah into presenting at festivals and stuff, just never really leaned that way. But HexFest seemed a great place to start. So I submitted my proposal, 3 different workshops under the subject of magical warfare, and they were immediately approved. Nobody batted an eye. I can't think that would have happened to any of the other places that I could think of where I would do a workshop. But HexFest, they didn't bat an eye. That's what I'm going to be teaching. So, if you don't have tickets yet, I think there's still time. And, got a couple days to plan. I don't know how far New Orleans is from you. We got people coming from all over the place. We know people coming from Canada down in New Orleans. Actually, it might be closer. Actually, it might be closer to Canada than it is to us. I don't know. Coming straight down, yeah. At least that part of Canada, especially. But people coming from all around, it is going to be quite a thing. Uncle Birch is going to be doing there. Doing a 3-parter in magical warfare. I mean, just that. Just right there. That's worth the price of admission there. Hopefully I'll be able to figure out how to record that thing so I can see it later, because it's going to be a thing to see. But there are so many things going on a HexFest, and each week we've been talking about them. We got to talk about the controversy before the hand. Okay, so apparently last year, one of the local Catholic churches did some sort of protest thing. Do you recall anything about that?
I forgot what the name of this protesting organization was, but I think the the main issue was I don't know if they went to the Bourbon Orleans Hotel or some hotel where a lot of the guests were staying, and they stuck notes under their door, talking about how it was evil and they're all going to go to hell and blah, blah, blah. So these are guests, who are coming to the event from, some of them from other countries, and then they have this piece of paper shoved under their door that talk about how evil they are. And I think that was the main offense.
Terrorism.
Yeah. So, I don't remember their name. I don't remember. I think Christian contacted one of them and talked to him and thought everything was okay, but it wasn't okay.
Well, I was thinking, I think he had a sit down with the archbishop of that diocese or something. I was impressed. It is gall just march in there and have a face to face. I believe it was a face to face. At any rate, had some sort of meeting, some sort of contact with the leader of the archdiocese, who was supposed to be in charge of his fellow Catholics, and they reached some sort of terms that weren't met. There were these rogue elements, I guess, rogue Catholics. I don't know about you, how long you've been around, but me as a witch, witches being terrorized and threatened by Catholics, that's kind of a trigger. It's kind of a trigger. Yeah, they tried to raise me Catholic. Yeah, I know a lot of Catholic witchcraft, but a church organization of any kind harassing witches and making threatening statements to them. Yeah, that's one of my triggers. A serious fucking trigger. Maybe it's encoded into my DNA from my fucking ancestors. I don't know, but I ain't down with that. But so, I guess they're going to try and do it again this year. I mean, last year was a dismal failure. I saw videos of their protests. Ridiculous things. Ridiculous things. Boring, not a lot of people. Not anywhere near where any of the witches could have seen them in the first place with their little protests. But it was really dismal shit that I saw. Apparently, some of these groups going to try that again
and
this year.
I'm not sure how they found out that this group was going to try again. I don't know if he got a letter or an email. Or I don't know if
he's probably trolling their website, keeping an eye on it. Or, at Christian Day, he's probably got people doing that, keeping an eye on that shit for him. Hopefully, but he found out. So they're gonna try and harass us again. Our kind is used to that, but I find it rather offensive. And the thing that didn't happen last year, Uncle Birch wasn't there. So if I run across this thing, they get up at my grill, it's going to be a whole different party than anybody could imagine. I hope cameras are rolling because it's going to be entertaining as fuck. And I, was born in protest, so I know how to deal with all sides within protests. And it would be great fun if I would run into them during this thing. But I'm going to be quite busy. So I'm not really looking for them. I got, workshops to teach, and we've got, lots of stuff to eat and drink, and places to go, and things to get. Yeah. You agree?
Agree.
All right. Let's see. But so there's that. Then there's, I don't really want to mention her name, but, well, this one's always kind of interesting because we're on this show, and I'll go fucking straight out and say it. We have certain I hate to say the word enemy because enemy just gives so much more power.
How did I know that?
Yeah, kind of adversarial figures from our past.
Not a lot of people. Not a lot of people. We have a few people who want what we got. And they're angry.
Ooh. Z calls it. Oh, you don't even know who Z is. Marna called it. Yeah. So we got haters from a land far away where we used to be. A small pond where we used to swim. Fish from a pond we never even think about anymore out here in this ocean. Still pop their heads up. Praying that somebody will come loft them off for them. And
try really hard and spend a lot of time and energy on it because we're just that awesome.
Yeah. So when we accidentally leaked our plans to move to Hollywood on Facebook, two of these wannabe adversaries from the Santa Cruz area drove all the way to Los Angeles to try and smurge. Is it smurge? Spurge? No, smurge. No, spurge is the other thing. To slander us. Yeah. To slander us to the local pagan community and the shops around here. Because to them, somebody needs to leech off a pagan community to be successful. That's the way it works back in Santa Cruz. But Uncle Birch doesn't do things as I have done and as others have done. I've done that. I've gone to Santa Cruz. I created the pagan community that fuels these people to this day. And that's not where I'm at right now. And I don't have to appeal to any local pagan community for any of my success whatsoever. So I never came into contact with any of those people that they came down to slander me about, and they probably don't even remember my fucking name by now. That's kind of a problem. But at any rate, these people came down to LA to try and do that. That's power. That's me and Marta are that powerful. We can move these people. And in that thing, and one of the reasons we found out it existed, one of these people posted a curse on their Facebook about me. or at me. And in this curse, I recall, it was very poetical, the poetry of war, very fluffy. But in one line in this curse, my tongue was supposed to turn into a serpent against me and sting me. And, well, damn it, if later down the road that didn't happen to that person that tried to cast that, his tongue turned into a serpent, and one of his little poetry of war curses that he threw out back when we were when certain people were turning against Utu Witch Doctor, he went and threw one of those little curses out on a Facebook page that was taken by a lot of the African American community to be a curse on the African American community of witches and the hoodoo people and that kind of thing. Whether it's right or whether it was wrong, it was a fascinating thing to watch the irony of a spell backfiring. And that was that when spells backfire, they always do it ironically like that. And that's absolutely what happened to this man. I don't know if he has a career left or what's going on. But then comes HexFest. Well, I'm not going to say that much, but one of these people who had a falling out and was not being invited to HexFest anymore contacted Christian Day. And I'm only talking about this part because this was publicly posted on his Facebook page. They had, both of them, had serious issues with me being a presenter and tried to talk him out of it. Well, that didn't work out. But that's power. We still have power. I don't think about those people. Do you think about those people?
Only when I smell something bad.
I only think about those people when I hear this shit come back. Small fish, small pond that we're not in anymore. We in the ocean, y'all, and you ain't big enough fish to do anything in our ocean. But didn't go over well. That pretty much backfired to in a great many ways, and I couldn't imagine that. I couldn't imagine caring so much that somebody was going to have one of those people at one of their festivals, and me caring about it and trying to talk them out of it. Matter of fact, one of the times that I know about when one of these people were at one of those festivals that we used to go to, we happened not to go that particular festival, and one of my wannabe adversaries was too drunk to finish her pendulum class. Charles Porterfield had to take over, and that's legend out there. It's known out there. You can figure out who the hell I'm talking about. I don't want to mention their names, but so now a friend of those who are not friends, who lives in New Orleans and works in New Orleans, and is rather well known in New Orleans, just happened to schedule an event for the same weekend. Haphazardly. Definitely doesn't have the advertising budget that Christian Day has. I think Marta was looking, and there was like 2 or 3 people going or something. Was that the thing? Yeah, it was dismal looking as fuck. But just the idea I can't imagine if one of those people actually contacted this other person in New Orleans to try and get them to schedule an event to compete with this, just because they don't like me. Do you feel it? Power. I just needed to, figure out how to turn that energy into gold, and we won't have nothing to bitch about anymore. But that's power. Have people thinking about you that much. Have people hating on you that much. That's just energy. It's just energy. And what you don't want is for them to ignore you or forget you. And clearly, we left our mark on Santa Cruz.
Bitch, get over it, but you can't get over it.
Yeah. Bitch, get over it. Yeah. Apparently, we're still influential in places that we rarely think about anymore.
Make a Birch Tree T-shirt and write "Bitch, get over it."
Bitch, get over it. Yeah? I need to do Google me, bitch, first.
Okay.
Uncle Birch, Google me, bitch.
One side and one on the other.
Yeah, and then get over it, bitch, on the back. All right.
Uncle Birch,
Yeah.
Google me, bitch, on the back. Bitch,
Ah.
get over it.
Merchandise potential. We just
Yeah.
gotta sell them for $40.
Yeah.
Cover our fucking whatever that place is, or print T-shirts, and cards, and stickers and things.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not gonna help me out. All right.
I don't want to talk about it.
You don't want to talk about it.
No.
Oh.
Big mouth, and I don't. So you go on with whatever. I'm not gonna talk about it.
You don't want to talk about the place online that prints cards and T-shirts and stuff.
I don't.
You don't want to tell me what that is.
No.
Oh, okay. You're tuned to Widdershins, radio for your spiritual side. If you want to call, we have the ability to take calls right about now on Skype. We're Mike Widdershins. We never get calls, but we usually don't have that many listeners on the live broadcast. But make sure you're on the live broadcast before you ever do something like that. Let's see. We're going to play us a song, and we're going to get into the presenters at HexFest and the things they're presenting, which we haven't yet covered. Thank you.
A new age of reason, brain treason to trick the mind. What good is searching if nothing's there to find? We arrive at this place of no return, my brothers, only to discover that our minds have led us away so far from the paper truth of who we are. What's right is wrong, what's gone is gone, what's clear and pure is not so sure. All promises become a lie, all that's benign corrupts and died. All about come forth, bear witness. See the profit from your loss, beg for forgiveness. Only after you tally the cost. We arrive at this place of no return, my sisters, only to discover that our values ran us aground on the show in the sea of what we could be. What's right is wrong, what's come is gone, what's clear and pure is not so sure. All promises become a lie, all that's been right corrupts and dies.
I got big balls, big old balls, big as grapefruits, big as pumpkins, yes sir, and on my really good days, they swell to the size of small dogs. My balls are as big as small dogs, but it ain't bragging if it's true, yes sir, it ain't bragging if it's true. Muhammad Ali said that back when he was a young man, back when he was Cassius Clay, before he fought too many fights and left his brain inside the ring. And sometimes I wish I was Tiger Woods, Tiger Woods, Tiger Woods. Sometimes I wish I was Tiger Woods, Tiger Woods, Tiger Woods. I got a friend whose goal in life was to one day go down on Madonna. That's all he wanted, that was all, to one day go down on Madonna. And when my friend was 34, he got his wish in Rome one night. He got to go down on Madonna in Rome one night in some hotel. And ever since he's been depressed, cause life is shit from here on in. And all our friends just shake their heads and say too soon, too soon, too soon. He went down on Madonna too soon, too young, too soon, too soon. And it ain't bragging if it's true, yes sir, it ain't bragging if it's true. Muhammad Ali said that back when he was Cassius Clay, before he fought too many fights and left his brain inside the ring. And sometimes I wish I was Tiger Woods, Tiger Woods, Tiger Woods. Sometimes I wish I was Tiger Woods, Tiger Woods, Tiger Woods. If certain girls don't look at you, it means that they like you a lot. If other girls don't look at you, it just means they're ignoring you. How can you know, how can you know which is which, who's doing what? I guess that you can ask them, which one are ya, baby? Do you like me or are you ignoring me? Do you like me or are you ignoring me? Do you like me or are you ignoring me? And all you need to do that is one good pair of big balls. Balls as big as grapefruits, balls as big as pumpkins, balls as big as mine. But even though my balls are big, sometimes I wish they were bigger, even bigger. Big as the wheels on tractors, big as the golden arches, big as the Golden Gate Bridge, big as the state of Kansas, big as Mars and Jupiter, big as a swing of Tiger Woods, Tiger Woods, Tiger Woods, Tiger Woods, Tiger Woods.
Dan Byrne on Wittershins Radio. HexFest. We're talking about HexFest, y'all. Join in the magic. Tales of the magic of the Crescent City of New Orleans stretch back over the centuries. It's an enigmatic place where voodoo, hoodoo, witchcraft, and even Christianity blend at the crossroads of spiritual power. On August 9th to the 11th, 2019, Brian Kane, Christian Day, and the Witches of New Orleans present HexFest, a weekend of witchery held in the heart of the historic French Quarter. The conference opens with a riverboat ritual and dinner held on an authentic steamboat on the Mississippi River, followed by 2 full days of workshops, drumming, and ritual at the Bourbon's Orleans Hotel, a venue riddled with a history of hauntings. Bourbon, that's what I said. Oh, Bourbon Orleans. Maybe I slurred. A venue. HexFest has gathered witches, root workers, voodoo priests, and other magical teachers from within New Orleans and around the world. I guess we would be from around the world. Well, not that around, but still, to offer their time-honored wisdom. Well, we'll be doing that. Between workshops, attendees will love the magical shopping in our on-site vending hall, where you can purchase powerful ritual tools, signed books, exquisite jewelry, and spellcrafts made by true practitioners. Presenters for the 2019 HexFest hail from across the spectrum of witchcraft and magic and include, and we're going to go through them all one by one. Brian Kane. Brian Kane has 3 workshops and a panel discussion. Saturday, August 10th, 3:15, he's doing Initiation into Witchcraft, Walking the Path of Magic. That's this other one's not a workshop. It's a French Quarter shop and pub crawl. Hopefully we'll be on that one.
One of the options
Okay, cool. Are we free then? Hopefully we're free
yeah,
then.
I have it
We
in
got to
my
do that.
calendar.
Okay, so we'll be with Brian on the French Quarter Shop and Pub Crawl, Saturday 10th at 5 p.m.
Dinner.
Okay, and then he's doing the HexFest closing ritual Sunday, 6:30 p.m. A panel discussion on appropriation versus appreciation in magical practice. I'm pretty sure I'm on that same panel.
Yes, you're on that one. I keep telling you
Sunday,
every day.
August 11th, 5 p.m., St. Anne Cottage. Yeah, we'll go to the pool tomorrow before we do the other stuff. Yeah.
Why is here a microphone covering a sock?
Well,
Why?
the,
Give it
the,
away,
li- the,
give
listener,
us
the
away.
listeners needed to know that my microphone was covered in a sock. Thank you,
It's
son.
a clean sock.
It's a clean
But
sock,
why?
at least. It's a poof cover. It is a ghetto poof cover, is what it
Your
is,
dad's ghetto.
and it is a sock.
What does
But
it
the
even
listeners-
do?
It stops me if I say something with a P or an F. It doesn't go whoo on the microphone. It stops the wind. But they have more professional devices
We'll teach you
for that
about
that are
that.
not a
Okay.
sock. But the listeners did not know it was a sock, and they didn't really need to know. It was kind of a need-to-know basis
I don't
thing.
care.
Clearly,
Well,
you do
remember
not
when
care.
You told our waitress that Azzy had frontline.
Yes,
He just likes to share.
you just had to tell the waitress
Just
when
so
as he
you
got
know,
his
When?
front line.
we're flea-free
Yeah.
today.
So
When?
a while back. So can I get back to my job over here? Okay. I know you're
She
my
said no.
you're my job
Say
too.
no.
No.
But you're my job too. But I'll get back to that job after this job on
He
the
wants to be
Widdershins.
interviewed.
Okay. No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't want to be interviewed. Okay. Exactly. Okay. So next up on the list, Christian Day. Workshops for 2019. He's doing the shop, the pub crawl too.
Yeah.
Altars of the Dead.
Yeah, it's both of them. You don't have to tell me that. I already figured it all out.
Mission Control for the Spirit World. Sunday, August 11th at 1:30 p.m. at St. Mary's Salon. Then the pub crawl, the closing ritual, panel discussion, facing the final doorway, the end of life. Concerns in Magical Traditions, Sunday, August 11th at 5 p.m. at the St. Joseph Salon. Let's see, Austin Shippies. Man, a lot of these people aren't working as much as I am. The Magic of Abermelon, Saturday, August 10th at 1:30 p.m. at the St. Mary's Salon. Panel discussion, Policing Predators in Magical Communities, Sunday, August 11th, 5 p.m. at the St. Mary's Salon. I'd never seen his picture before. All right, he's an interesting-looking character, I gotta say.
Cunning man.
A cunning man, Byron Ballard. Byron Ballard's a woman. See, I've never clicked on these people's pictures all this time. Workshops for 2019, Hill Folks Hoodoo. Appalachia's Living Folk Magic Traditions, Saturday, August 10th, 3:15 p.m. at St. Mary's Salon. Willful Bane, The Joy of Hex, Sunday, August 11th, 10:45 a.m. at St. Mary's Salon. Honey on Stones, Sovereignty, Sex, and Myth, Sunday, August 11th, 3:15, St. Anne Cottage. She's also on the panel discussion of Facing the Final Doorway, August 11th, 5 p.m. All right, that's Byron Ballard. Carrie O'Crow. All right, good. I'm seeing pictures because I'm going to run into these people and hopefully remember who they are. I haven't clicked on most of these. I just read through the list every week. Carrie O'Crow's workshops. X marks the spot. Genealogy Magic for the Children of Eve, Saturday, August 10th, 3:15 p.m. St. Joseph's Salon. Panel discussion on Policing Predators in Magical Communities, August 11th, 5 p.m. the St. Mary's Salon. Okay. Christine Steffens. The hell, or to hell and back, descending to the dark goddess. Ooh, cool. Saturday, August 10th, 10:45 a.m., St. Mary Salon. A panel discussion facing the final doorway, which is Sunday, August 11th at St. Joseph's Salon. A lot of people on that panel so far. Who was that? Christine Stev. Okay, Dorothy Morrison now. Dorothy Morrison. I knew what she looked like already. The Swifting of Energy. It's the only spell you'll ever need. Saturday, August 10th, 10:45 a.m. at St. Anne Cottage. Magic, Spells, and Ethics. Oh my, does Uncle Fred need a good killing? Saturday, August 10th, 5 p.m. St. Anne Cottage. Magic down and dirty. No fluff, no sparkle, just results. Sunday, August 11th, 1:30 p.m. at St. Anne Cottage. Panel discussion. Okay, I haven't seen this one before. Stepping Away from the Circle, Sacred Sabbaticals for Sanity. Sunday, August 11th, 5 p.m. Let's see. So, the Dragon Ritual Drummers. Well, they're doing the Drums of Voodoo, a haunted courtyard experience. Saturday, August 10th, 8 p.m. at St. Anne Cottage Courtyard. HexFest closing ritual. Sunday, the 11th, 6:30 p.m. at the Orleans Ballroom. I thought they were doing something on the boat too. I guess we'll see.
Oh my God, the boat is when we get there on Friday.
Yeah.
That's the boat.
Okay.
The closing ritual is not going to be on the boat.
No, the Dragon Ritual Drummers. Are they
Yeah.
doing something on the boat?
Yeah.
That's what I was saying. Oh God. Fiona Horn. The Magic of You. Oracle Divination Workshop, Saturday, August 10th, 9 a.m. at St. Mary's Salon. The Art of Witch, Fiona's Manifesto for Practicing Witchcraft, Sunday, August 11th, 9 a.m., St. Anne Cottage. HexFest Closing Ritual, 6:30 p.m., Sunday the 11th, the Orleans Ballroom. Panel discussion, Policing Predators in Magical Communities, August 11th, 5 p.m., St. Mary's Salon. Let's see. Hoodoo. Moise. He's teaching Working Conjure, probably from his book Working Conjure, Saturday, August 10th, 1:30 p.m. at St. Anne's Cottage. St. Anne Cottage 1. It's the first time I saw that.
Yeah, there's a 1 and a 2, I think.
Okay. Panel discussion, Appropriation versus Appreciation. I'll be seeing him there, August 11th, 5 p.m., St. Anne Cottage 1. Right. Who does him? He's Jason Mankey, the guy that made my T-shirt, right? Yeah. Wow, he's young. Okay. Building the Cone of Power.
He's probably about my age. Maybe.
Yeah, well, you're young, too. Building the Cone of Power, Magic in the Witch's Circle, Saturday, August 10th, 9 a.m. at St. Joseph's Salon. Drawing Down the Moon, the Magic and Mystery of Deity, Saturday, August 10th, 5 p.m. at St. Joseph's Salon. So Many Witches, the word witch in the world today, Sunday, August 11th, 10:45 a.m. at St. Anne Cottage 2. Panel discussion, Policing Predators in Magical Communities, Sunday, August 11th at 5 p.m. at the St. Mary Salon 1. Okay, Lady Rhea. Love Spells, Saturday, August 10th, 3:15 p.m., St. Anne Cottage 1. Lakshmi Ritual for Prosperity, Sunday, August 11th, 9 a.m. at St. Anne Cottage 2. Enchanting with Oils for Magical Working, Sunday, August 11th, 3:15 p.m. at the St. Anne Cottage. Should be on the panel discussion, Stepping Away from the Circle, Sacred Sabbaticals for Sanity, Sunday, August 11th, 5 p.m., St. Mary Salon 2. Yeah?
I should take a look at how many rooms there are total. Do like the St. Anne.
Yeah.
1 and 2, St. Mary's Salon, 1 and 2. Actually, I think there's on the website there's like a floor plan that shows you all the rooms and the vending area.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting to find out, or just to look and see how many they have going at once.
All right. Laura Tempest Zaycroft. All right. Well, she looks like somebody we could hang out with right away. The Authentic Witch, Crafting a Working Tradition, Saturday, August 10th, 1:30 p.m. at St. Anne Cottage 2. Ooh, the Art of Sigil Witchery. Sunday, August 11th, 9 a.m., St. Joseph's Salon. I guess the ones that I went, ooh, those are the ones I want to go to.
Yeah, so you have to consider the time.
I know, I have to go and look and see,
Start
what
at
am I doing?
No,
Oh,
no,
What?
that's not my point.
okay.
You're not doing anything at 9 a.m.
Yeah.
But their stuff is at 9 a.m. So you need to ask yourself, are you going to be ready to be there and bright-eyed and bushy-tailed at 9 a.m.? That's what you have to ask
Well,
yourself.
because she's got another one, the Sigils in Motion. That's like 1:30 p.m.
On Sunday?
on a Sunday, August
Oh, yeah,
11th.
You can't go to that one.
Okay, Sigils in Motion,
I can't,
merging.
you can't.
I can't go to the 1:30 p.m.?
No,
Okay.
you're doing your thing.
Oh, yeah.
But I can.
Damn. All right. Oh, hell with you, woman. St. Mary's Salon number 2 in the panel discussion, Policing Predators and Magical Communities. Dude, there's a lot of people on that panel. Come on, back page, motherfucker. There we go. Michael Carell. The hell is he going to talk about?
Are you telling the panel?
Not my favorite hat, but they liked that picture, so I went with that. So Michael Carell is doing Magical Warfare, Laying Plans. Saturday, August 10th, 10:45 a.m. at St. Mary's Salon, number 1. Magical Warfare, Preparing for Battle. Sunday, August 11th, 10:45 a.m. at St. Mary's Salon, number 1. Magical Warfare, Crush the Enemy. Sunday, August 11th, 3:15 p.m. St. Mary's Salon 2. And I'll be on the panel Appropriation versus Appreciation in Magical Practice. Sunday, August 11th, 5 p.m. And I will definitely have stuff to say about that. We have both studied hoodoo. Marta was a better student. I found that most of the stuff that I read, I already was taught, and that a lot of the tradition I grew up in was hoodoo, apparently. But also as in Palo, as Paleros and Paleros, we're in an African traditional religion. So this comes up all the time. We back when DNA tests were new and it was easy to get the wrong test, we both took our DNA test. And
You got a better deal.
yeah, Marta found out she's 100% European.
Woo!
And I'm like, 93 and 7% African American. So I'm like, European.
Not African American.
Or I'm sorry, African, sub-Saharan African. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, so not exactly the DNA test that we were looking for. But that kind of thing, with our white asses, it comes up a lot. But we went through the proper traditions and got the proper initiation and did things the way you're supposed to do them. So, in your face, we are what we are, and it's too late. You were not there to argue with the Nkisi, which, you don't argue with the Nkisi. Anyway, Melissa Mayhem. I've probably known her name like half of my life. I've still never met her.
We have a friend who gets or has gotten tattooed by her.
Yeah, I mean, she's Bay Area, well known.
Oh, is she from the Bay Area?
I think originally, she was just Bay Area. I always thought she was anyway. Let's see. Another one. Hecate, Unveiling the Queen of the Dead. Saturday, August 10th, 10:45 a.m., St. Joseph's Salon. Crowned and Conquering the Crossroads, Transforming Darkness. Saturday, August 10th, 5 p.m. at St. Mary Cottage 2. There you go, The Magic of Tattoo. Tattoo as Ritual Art. Sunday, August 11th, 10:45 a.m. at St. Joseph's Salon. Yeah. Panel discussion, Stepping Away from the Circle, Sacred Sabbaticals for Sanity.
I don't think you can go that with me.
August 11th. I don't get sabbaticals. 5 p.m. St. Mary's Salon, too. I mean, our trip to HexFest will be the closest I've had to sabbatical in quite some time, and you too. So there we go. That's our vacation. Fuck you, clown to the right of me. My goodness. All right, we should probably play something or something. I don't friggin' know. Let me see. You're listening to Widdershins Radio for your spiritual side. A twisted approach to the left-hand path. We're just getting ready for HexFest. hope you're going. We're definitely going, so we got to get ready, and I got to be familiar with all these people's names and hopefully remember their pictures, so I don't look like a complete fool when I meet them. So let's see, I'm scrolling around looking for something to play for you.
Yeah, he's getting sad.
Yes.
He's going to a hotel. He's going to get a bath.
Absinthe is the aphrodisiac of the self. The green fairy who lives in the absinthe. Once you saw.
Damn on Wintershins Radio. And next on my list is Patricia Telesco, but let me click on the full schedule. I'm not seeing any workshops there. Nope. Well, Trish Telesco, I know her well, has been an eclectic witch and writer in the neo-pagan community for over 25 years. Her books include Self-Help Spirituality, Victorian Grimoire, Kitchen Witch's Cookbook, Witch's Brew, How to Be a Wicked Witch, A Witch's Bible, Teen Book of Shadows, Enchanted Life, 365 Goddess, Kitchen Witch's Guide to Divination, Cat Magic, and Spinning Spells, Weaving Wonders. I probably know her more for the Kitchen Witch books. There's a few of those that I'm not familiar with, but she doesn't have an actual workshop scheduled on here. But no, she's there, but maybe she's doing a book signing. I don't know. Doesn't really say. So let's see. Sally Ann Glassman.
Yeah, I don't know if she's only doing the panel or maybe doing the panel and one workshop. I'm not sure. Right? Why don't you read it off?
I don't see a panel. I see one workshop.
Okay.
Voodoo Visionary, a conversation with Sally Ann Glassman.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Sunday, August 11th, 3:15 p.m.
Yeah.
St. Joseph's
Can't
Salon.
rule it out.
Yeah. Well, let's see.
Definitely you can.
Sandra Maria Wright. I feel like I know her. We ended up, when Christian Day was setting up his Hex Offenders broadcast system, he had me come on a couple times when he was testing stuff out, and I ended up with Sandra Maria Wright. And I said, well, she sure looks familiar. And then my wife told me, yeah, she's on your friends list, dumbass. Let's see. Okay, she's on the panel discussion for policing predators in magical communities. Sunday, August 11th, 5 p.m. at St. Mary's Salon. And that's about it. Let's see. Okay, that was Sandra Maria. San Elias. We are looking forward to going to his shop. And he has informed me that he has Abre Camino in stock. And I do not right now, so I need to pick some up. And it's easier than shipping it, so I'm gonna pick up some local over there. San Elias. He was going live right before we went on the air. Let's see. San Elias has one workshop and a panel discussion. Money drawing magic. Always a lot of people going to show up for that.
Yeah, I
Sunday.
really want to go to that one, but
Yeah.
I think it's at 9 o'clock, so it just depends on whether or not we can actually get there.
9 a.m. Sunday, August 11th, 9 a.m. at St. Mary's Salon, Money Drawing Magic. And a panel discussion, Facing the Final Doorway, End of Life, Concerns in Magical Traditions. Sunday, August 11th, 5 p.m. at St. Joseph's Salon. Let's see. Sarita d'Este. Few workshops. Okay, Daggers, Swords, and Other Magical Weapons. August 10th, 1:30 p.m. at St. Joseph's Salon. Sybil, Speaking for the Gods. Sunday, August 11th, 10:45 a.m. St. Anne's Cottage, number 1. Hecate's Serpent Magic. Sunday, August 11th, 3:15 at the St. Mary's Salon. Panel discussion, Stepping Away from the Circle, Sacred Sabbaths for Sanity. Sunday, August 11th, 5 p.m. at the St. Mary's Salon, 2. Got a lot of people on that panel. Star Cassis. Haven't met her yet either. I like her hat right away. Blockbusting, road opening, attraction work. Woohoo! Saturday, August 10th, 9 a.m. at St. Anne's Cottage, number 1. We just might have to get some coffee, huh?
You're the one who has trouble getting up.
Oh, not for this. Panel discussion, Appropriation versus Appreciation in Magical Practice, Sunday, August 11th, 5 p.m. at St. Anne Cottage, 1. Star Ravenhawk. Let's see. Three workshops and panel discussion. Yeah. Witching for Your Life, The Art of the Warrior Witch, Saturday, August 10th, 9 a.m. at St. Mary's Salon. Past Lives and Revocation Magics, Saturday, August 10th, 5 p.m., St. Mary's Salon 2. Sunday, August 11th, 1:30 p.m. at St. Anne's Cottage 2 is Witchcrafting, Enchanted Incense and Brews. Panel discussion, Appropriation versus Appreciation in Magical Practice. Okay, well, I guess I'll be meeting her. Sunday, August 11th, 5 p.m., St. Anne Cottage 1. So wait, that's Star Ravenhawk. Thorn Mooney, Keeping a Magical Book. Saturday, August 10th, 10:45 a.m., St. Anne's Cottage. Talking Traditional Witchcraft, Saturday, August 10th, 5 p.m., St. Mary's Salon number 1. The Magic of Jazz and Blues, Sunday, August 11th, 1:30 p.m. at St. Joseph's Salon. Panel discussion, Stepping Away from the Sacred Sabbaticals for Sanity, August 11th, 5 p.m., St. Mary's Salon number 2. We're getting to the end of the list here. Witch Doctor, 2. Most sedate picture ever. Yeah. No skulls, no flames, no hat. Create Your Own Mojo Bag. We got to go to that one. Yeah, we're going to that one. High John the Conqueror and the Hand of Freedom, Saturday, August 10th, 1:30 p.m. at the St. Mary's Salon. And the panel discussion, Appropriation versus Appreciation in Magical Practice. And he's going to be busy with the Dragon Ritual Drummers because he's like the leader of the crew or something like that. So he'll be at all the Dragon Ritual Drummers stuff too. And last but not least, Yeshe Matthews, Crystal Flower Mandala, a co-creative visual symphony. Saturday, August 10th, 9 a.m. Baba Yaga and the Rashalka. Oh, good thing Marta's not here. She'd be correcting how I said Baba Yaga. Baba Yaga? Something like that. I don't know. It's nobody says it right. Harvest and Fertility in Slavic Myth, Saturday, August 10th, 3:15 p.m., St. Anne and Cottage 2. Ancestors, Ghosts, Guardians, and Guides, Sunday, August 11th, 9 a.m., St. Mary's Salon. And the panel discussion, Facing the Final Doorway, the End of Life, Concerns and Magical Traditions, Sunday, August 11th, 5 p.m. at the St. Joseph's Salon. Now, if anybody's wondering out there, anybody's listening out there, please, let the people at HexFest know that I have more than fulfilled my contractual obligations for sharing the event. I have plugged HexFest more than any motherfucker ever plugged a HexFest. Probably more than the HexFest people plugged HexFest. We, Widdershins, done our job. For we are team players. And that's kind of how we roll. So, let it be known. We have gone above and beyond the Call of Duty. We'll be there at HexFest. So 6:17. Not a whole lot left in the show. If you wanted to call in or something on Skype, you could do that. Look for Mike Widdershins, and you'll see the number. If you're going to HexFest, we'd like to hear it. If you're in the chat room, let us know. If you're not in the chat room, why aren't you in the chat room? It's because you didn't follow the show. And if you didn't follow the show, maybe you're on some Facebook page that told you the show was on. But you wouldn't know the show was on most times unless you followed the show. Now, we here at Spreaker, or we here at Widdershins on Spreaker, we have a rather large package, I must say. We, thus far, have only given you people the tip of our package. Our current package allows us to go on the air 3 times per day, three hours per day, unlimited times per day. We could pop up whenever we want. We could randomly get a wild hair up our ass and decide to go live from HexFest. We probably won't, but we could. And if we did, you would not know. We probably won't. But if we did, you wouldn't know. I could just like butt dial Widderson's radio and just go on the air. We could do that. You wouldn't know if you're not following the show. It's really easy. I don't know if you're on iHeartRadio or Tumblr or wherever the hell else this show's being broadcast, but there's a follow button or a subscribe button on all of those formats. You need to do that. You can get in the chat room. There's all kind of stuff going on in the chat rooms. Whole different show going on in the chat room sometimes.
Kids table.
It is like the cool kids table, and a lot of times they're the same cool kids. But today we're on Wednesday instead of Tuesday, so we've got a few different cool kids at the table. Belinda's in there. I don't think I normally see her in there. Nicole Jasmine always shows up, of course. But some of our normal regulars and new regulars in there. Hopefully these aren't people that are only free on Wednesdays, because it's kind of a fluke that we happen to be on Wednesday. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So,
I don't know.
what else is there to say?
I'm really excited to go to HexFest.
Yes.
Not just, well, first of all, to meet a bunch of people who I only know through cyberspace, but also the food, y'all. The food, okay. I'm really big on food. I'm a big foodie. I like just the everything, like gumbo, jambalaya, crawfish, catfish, all the drinks. I love all the drinks. I think the grasshopper was invented somewhere in New Orleans, and that's like, I never order it. I kind of forget about it, but like it's really up there with one of my favorites. And just the company and the food and gumbo. I'm so excited. Oh, and all the raw oysters. I can't even. A friend of mine came over and she was telling us how like there's these stands where all they do is chuck oysters, and that's like my dream come true. So I'm really excited about that. So aside from all the magic, I'm way into the food.
Your dream is shucking oysters?
Yeah, and like the coffee with the chicory in the morning and the beignets and all that business. I'm really excited. Really.
Well, and also, I mean, it's a working vacation for me, but it's our first vacation since we got married.
Yeah,
Pretty much. I mean, we get little bits here and there, but it's like, going somewhere. I can't remember the last place we went except some place in, we used to go to, places in Southern California and stuff, but Louisiana. Well, no, New Orleans. I'm hoping we just, New Orleans has their own airport, so hopefully we can avoid the rest of Louisiana. I don't want to touch
Hopefully,
any of it.
I don't know about your plans, but I'm avoiding the rest of Louisiana.
So, as long as we, if the airport doesn't go straight there, maybe they have parachutes. But yeah, I don't want to go anywhere else. They can't see you rolling your eyes, honey. It's radio.
Why would you have to worry about that?
I was joking. It's an entertainment thing. It's my job.
Practice your delivery.
You should practice your delivery. Oh dear. So, Widdershins, I'm thinking we might have to rock out a bit and see if we have anything else to say. We're getting ready for New Orleans.
Usually have a
We read
bunch
all
of
the
people
stuff.
to share.
I'm sure we might have some more drivel to share. But I played some Damned earlier, and the song that was just below it, I needed to, it's a classic. Got to play it. Got to play it now on Widdershins, The Damned.
against the American people, we're mounting a sustained campaign to crack down on every American and every person of every faith and every nation, and to bring them to justice. All missions are being executed according to plan, without warning or provocation. Americans are being swept up in an international dragnet. Thousands of FBI agents are on the trail of other citizens here and abroad. It has everything to do with hate and evil and murder and prejudice. America is strong.
Federal agents, we are armed!
What would you do if you knew all the things we knew? Would you stand up for truth? Or would you turn away too? And then what if you saw all of the things that's wrong? Would you stand tall and strong? Or would you turn and walk away? What would you do if you knew all the things we knew? Would you stand up for truth? Or would you turn away too? And then what if you saw all of the things that's wrong? Would you stand tall and strong? Or would you turn and walk
I see a message from the government, like every day. I watch it and listen and call them all suckers. They wanted me about Osama or whatever. Picture me buying the scam, I said never. You in tune to a hard truth soldier spitting. I stay committed, gives a fuck to die, I lose commission. It's all a part of fighting devil state mind control, and all about the battle for your body, mind, and soul. And now I'm hoping you don't close your mind so they shape you. Don't forget they made us slaves, gave us AIDS and raped us. Another Bush season mean another war for profit. All in secret so the public never think to stop it. The Illuminati, 666, all connected. Stole the votes, they control the race and take elections. It's the Skull and Bones Freemason Kill Committee. See the dragon getting shittier in every city.
What would you do if you knew all the things we knew? Would you stand up for truth? Or would you turn away too? And then what if you saw all of the things that's wrong? Would you stand tall and strong? Or would you turn and walk away?
Now ask yourself who's the one with the most to gain. For 9/11, motherfuckers couldn't stand his name. Now even niggas waving flags like they lost their mind. Everybody got opinions but don't know the time. Cause America's been took, it's plain to see. The oldest trick in the book is making enemy. A phony evil so the government can do its dirt and take away your freedom, lock and load, beat and search. Ain't nothing changed but more colored people locked in prison. These pigs still beat us, but it seems we forgetting. But I remember 4 September how these devils do it. Fuck Giuliani, ask Diallo how he doing. We in the streets, holler jail to the thief. Follow, fuck waving flags, bring these dragons to their knees. Oil, blood, money, make these killers ride cold. Suspicious suicide, people dying, never told. It's all a part of playing God, so you think we need them. While being Ashcroft, take away your rights to freedom. Bear witness to the sickness of these dictators. Hope you understand the time, brother, cause it's major.
What would you do if you knew all the things we knew? Would you stand up for truth? Or would you turn away too? And then what if you saw all of the things that's wrong? Would you stand tall and strong? Or would you turn and walk away?
So now you asking why my records always come the same. Keep it real, ain't no fillers, motherfucker blingin'. Mine eyes seen the gory of the coming of the beast. So every story, every word I'm saying, fuck peace. See, you could witness the Illuminati body count. Don't be surprised, these is devils that I'm talking about. You think a couple thousand lies mean shit to killers? Nigga, I swear to God, we the ones, ain't no villains. Or any other word they think to demonize a country. Ain't no terror threat unless approval rating slumping. So I'ma say it for the record, we the ones that planned it. Ain't no other country took a part or had their hand in. Just a way to keep you scary so you think you need them. Praising Bush while that killer take away your freedom. How many of us got discovered but ignore the symptoms? Niggas talking loud but ain't nobody saying shit. And with the 4th Amendment gone, eyes are on the 1st. That's why I'm spitting cyanide each and every verse. I see the Carlisle group in Harris bank accounts. I see them plead the 5th each and every session now. And while Reichstag burns, see the public buy it. I see the profiling, see the media's compliance. War's good for business, see the vicious make a savior. Hope you understand the time, brother, cause it's major.
What would you do if you knew all the things we knew? Would you stand up for truth? Or would you turn away too? And then what if you saw all of the things that's wrong? Would you stand tall and strong?
silence. Good people who have put their lives on the line to fight for change.
The sum of all my parts, a domestic beast with a hairy heart, trapped within a walled suburbia. I found my taste is somewhat underground, between the shadows and the cracks. I am building my utopia. I need to break free from all that binds, that makes me old before my time, in this world of dystopia. My love is like a bright guiding light, shining in the darkness of the night, the star of my utopia. And the motion of the sea in the air that we breathe, can you feel me? And the stars and in the trees, in the song of the bees, can you hear me? Caged golden memories, time has come to show your true feelings. I know it's the only way to be, when the same old feelings come over me. I feel greater than the sum of all my parts, a space jockey from a distant star, marooned upon dystopia. I found my taste is somewhat underground, between the shadows and the cracks. I am building my utopia.
Sarabanda ta sere sere. Palo quindiamo ese suave. Lumbe, lumbe, lumbe. Lumbe la cueva en ganga. Y Sarabanda ta sere sere. Palo quindiamo ese suave. Lumbe, 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 ay yo. Lumbe la cueva en ganga, we. Mis 7 rayos ta sere sere. Palo quindiamo ese suave. Lumbe, lumbe, lumbe. Lumbe la cueva en ganga. Si 7 rayos ta sere sere. Palo quindiamo ese suave. Vamos a yumbulia, un congo mayumbulia. 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 Viene o no viene, Simba o te llama. Viene, viene, Simba o te espera. Viene, viene, Simba o te llama. Viene, viene, Simba o te espera. Viene o no viene, Simba o te llama. Viene, viene, Simba o te espera. Viene, viene, Simba o te llama. Viene, viene, Simba o te espera. Viene o no viene, Simba o te llama. Viene, viene.
Froggy Fresh 2012. Yeah, we back up in this. Y'all already know. Cause I am the baddest of them all. If you ain't about money, then I don't mess with y'all. Y'all think I don't get girls, cause I ain't very tall. If she see my stacks, I bet you that she calls. You know that I am the baddest of them all. If you ain't about money, then I don't mess with y'all. Y'all think I don't get girls, cause I ain't very tall. If she see my stacks, I bet you that she calls. I had to fight my whole life. I could beat you up even if you had 1,000 knives. Even if you had infinity knives, I would punch you up into the air like a kite. I bet you sleep with the night light, cause you're scared of the dark, cause you stink like a fart. Well, I light your fart on fire with my rounds. You think I won't? I do it all the time. I bet I got more money than Jay-Z. Compared to me, Jay-Z is lazy. Plus Beyonce thinks that I'm cute. It's okay, Beyonce, I think you're cute too. I made out with so many girls. I made out with every girl in the world. I might look small, but I'm not. I don't care if you're big, I'll fight you. Well, I do know that I am the baddest of them all. If you ain't about money, then I don't mess with y'all. Y'all think I don't get girls, cause I ain't very tall. If she see my stats, I bet you that she calls. Cause I am the baddest of them all. If you ain't about money, then I don't mess with y'all. Y'all think I don't get girls, cause I ain't very tall. If she see my stacks, I bet you that she calls. I have 400 cars. I have 400 scars and 400 guitars. I have 400 houses. I have 400 mouses and 400 houses. Bet you I can dance better than you. I bet you don't know 2 plus 2. It's 4, it's 4. Now go and shut the door, cause nobody wants to see your face no more. I'm tough as nails, you're slower than a snail. I beat up every single person in jail. I dare you to try and punch me. My face is so hard you'll say, ouch, you crunched me. I fought 2 lions and 1. And I don't even carry a gun. But I never run. But I never run. But I never but I never run. You know that I am the baddest of them all. If you ain't about money, then I don't mess with y'all. Y'all think I don't get girls, cause I ain't very tall. If she see my stacks, I bet you that she calls. You know that I am the baddest of them all. If you ain't about money, then I don't mess with y'all. Y'all think I don't get girls, cause I ain't very tall. If she see my stacks, I bet you that she calls. Froggy Fresh. I already told you back up in this. 2012 to infinity. Get out of here. Peace.